CNN has once again been utterly exposed as corrupt, but this time, well, it goes above and beyond anything we've seen before. Protesters stopping by to crash the party until CNN says, hey, wait, we're on the same side. We'll show you the video. You won't believe it. On the other side of this one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back yet again. Another video of excellence on the way right here across the YouTubes. And folks, you won't believe what you'll see with your eyes. You'll hear with your ears. And all we need is that like button clicked down. Drop us a comment as well and let us know your thoughts on all this. And let's go into the crazy level of corruption at CNN. CNN is being exposed today as perhaps being a part of the agitation. We'll show you this. It's from Robbie. Hey, does he drink it at Starbucks? No, he just has the name. This is pure comedy, or pure dark comedy, he says. Leftist agitator jumps in the middle of a newscast to disrupt it and demands to know what outlet it is. Finds out it's CNN and leaves them alone. There's something even worse about this, though. I want you to watch, folks. We're going to play the clip. I want you to watch this because this is out of Minnesota. You all know what's happening. And we believe, by the way, there's money involved in this, right? People are being paid to do this. We believe, some of them. I want you to watch the news reporter's reaction of calming this down and essentially saying, no, we're not. Hey, we're not Fox. It's all good. We're cool with you, okay? Watch this. I want you to pay attention because I believe, and I'm allowed to believe it, a professional, you know what that means? Agitator steps into the frame to muck it up and ruin a new media effort. Maybe it's Nick. Oh, it could be Nick, right? No. That's a woman. But could be one of his outlets. Here's how CNN defends themselves. You ready? You won't believe it.
Smaller crowd. This is controlled. The scene spans several blocks. We are here at Portland Avenue and East 35th, but
Hold on a second. No way. We're going to play it again. No way. You're at Portland Avenue. All right, universe, quit it. Quit it. It's too much.
Smaller crowd. This is controlled. The scene spans several blocks. We are here at Portland Avenue and East 35th, but it goes at least 2 or 3 blocks.
Who are you? Who do you work
thank
for?
you.
Who
Hold
do you
on.
work
I'm
for?
sorry. We're with CNN. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So a burly woman in maroon jacket with face mask, so you don't know who it is, steps in. I think this is professional because of the way it's done. Knows to step between the camera, turns around, wants to make this where they can't cover it. And then the lady's like, hey, we're CNN. We're on your side. Easy. We got this. Oh, phooey, I should have checked with your person. I'm sorry. I thought you might be Newsmax.
We're okay. We're with CNN. We're okay. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Play it one more time.
Here at Portland Avenue and East 35th, but it goes at least 2 or 3 blocks.
Who are you? Who do you work
thank
for?
you.
Who do
Hold
you
on.
work
I'm
for?
sorry. We're with CNN. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry. I think people are getting upset.
Thank you
so
for your help.
That is the latest here on the ground, guys, that I'm going to say.
Thank you for your help. Thank you for driving away the competition. All those other people, that were out here that you mugged. We really appreciate it. Go ram your vehicles into them, please. Thank you so much. Panel, this might be the worst case we've ever seen of the corruption. And this is why I believe they cannot, they will not, they shall not, they shan't. YouTube, did you not understand that? Check the closed captions. Make sure it got shan't right. They shan't allow the Ellisons and Barry Weiss to get a hold of CNN because this is really what it's about. This is what it's about. It's a propaganda machine. Panel, you ever see anything this obvious? Wiz, your mouth is agape. You just can't believe it. Go for it. Go for it.
I'm totally shocked. But so I actually watch a lot of other YouTubers that do like on the boots on the ground reporting. It's usually like 1 or 2 guys that are just doing solo reporting, and it's really fascinating how they talk really directly with people, and it's live, so it's unedited, so you're seeing this stuff in real time. And those people, those YouTubers, or really any kind of individual journalists, they get chased away sometimes by agitators like what we just saw, and they get violent and they get vicious and they say pretty horrible and terrible things. There's lots of threats made against individual journalists. And here you have CNN saying, it's okay. Thank you for your help, which can only make me believe, as Pro, you were kind of saying, it's kind of an inside gig here.
Yeah.
What is going on? My mind is blowing seeing this in real time, because I watch so many of those other streams, and you're always like, what's the deal here? Why are these individual journalists getting harassed? And now we're seeing it in real time. Why?
Here's the other thing you got to wonder about, okay? Number one, they're at Portland Avenue. Now, folks, you can all sit back, use Occam's razor here. Is that on purpose or not? Okay, so look at what time it is, okay? It's in the daylight. 12:04 p.m. Central Time. So what would that be? 10:04 a.m. Pacific? Yeah. Okay, so 10:04 Pacific. No, Minneapolis. I'm sorry, we're not in Pacific. I said Portland, got myself all screwed up. It's 12:04 p.m. All right, so it's noon, freezing cold, and a group of protesters have just randomly showed up at Portland. All right, and CNN also. Now, it's amazing, folks. Just follow me through the logic of this. A protest of 100 people or so appears in a suburban area on Portland Avenue, and wouldn't you know it, CNN was just there. They just happened to be driving through. They were getting donuts at Grandma's house because there's no Starbucks around. We're in suburbia. Gosh darn it. We got to get out here and report on it. Can I tell you what I really think happened? I think that these things are orchestrated. I think CNN was made aware. I think they showed up. I think that somebody didn't tell marooned, sturdy lady here. I don't know if she identifies as a sturdy lady or not, but sturdy lady shows up, and somebody didn't tell her, hey, the pretty girl on the camera is CNN. And so she goes in to do the rough 'em up mode. Oh, phooey, wait a minute. Oh, the ones that we told to be here? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Continue on. That's what I think happened. Culture, am I wrong?
No, I mean, yesterday they revealed extensively the number of paid protesters that have been showing up at these events that they're being bussed into and things like that. So imagining that they're being staged along with CNN is not surprising to me. It's almost to be expected at this point. And again, I think it's more revelatory, than anything else for some people who are trying to, push away the ideas that this is possibly staged, as these events are covered at random. I mean, if you go back to the days of, let's say, Occupy Wall Street, which even Tim Pool was involved in as far as news coverage at a particular time, you understand that those were drummed up because the media would show up to announced events. Otherwise, they wouldn't have become what they did. And this is just a more advanced Soros-funded method of doing the same thing.
It's like when CNN...
I'm going to tell the truth. So.
It's like when there was an FBI raid a few years ago, and somehow CNN just happened to have the van there.
Yeah.
Unannounced FBI raid, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever, and CNN just happened to be there. Folks, they cannot let Paramount Skydance buy CNN. I think listen, if they get a hold of CNN, what are they going to find out? What connections? What are they going to discover in the archival messaging about how this all been coordinated? They can't allow it to be. Lauren, I'm going to go to you in just a second. Get ready. You thought you'd seen bad. Prepare thyself. I'll tell you why I think this one just might be worse, and Lauren, I'll come to you. Here is Julie. I forget her last name. We'll find it out. Julie versus definitely not Scott Jennings here on CNN.
This is a breaking point, I think, for a lot of people, what happened in Minneapolis. I think this is a moment where people realized that this could be them, that they could be driving their kid to school, coming home, see something, stop, have somebody say to them, drive away, have somebody else say to them, get out of the car. They heard or misheard something, and all of a sudden you're dead within a span of about 60 seconds.
Lauren, that check out on what happened?
Not from my vantage point, no.
Not less. And when you see something like that, I think we all understand that this could happen to any one of us. This is a breaking point for a lot of people in America. Even people who are not political before understand what a problem this is now.
There's a lot to criticize when it comes to the rhetoric coming out of this White House. But there's a lot to criticize out of the president's critics as well. It was not a murder. It's not malice aforethought. Nothing has been proven in court.
He called her an effing you-know-what.
We do not in this country adjudicate issues like this based on fragmentary evidence. And
just pause for a minute. Lauren, here I come. You ready?
Go for it.
I don't believe any of these people on CNN actually believe anything they say. I think they're lawyers playing out some sort of classroom melodrama. It's a skit. They all know this is a crazy lady who followed law enforcement around, disrupted them. And then when she was told to get out of her car, she's being detained, officers all around her. We've all watched the video. We've all seen the body cam. She hit the accelerator. There's not a single person listening to my voice who would advise any of your family members to do that. You'd say, if you heard somebody, one of your loved ones say, I'm going to go agitate the police today, you'd say, what the? No, go get a job. And then if they said, by the way, after I do that, when they try to arrest me, I'm going to hit the gas pedal, you'd say, that's not going to go well. And here we are, Lauren, watching these people on CNN, and their job is to say nothing of truth. They're just pretending, all of them. And again, the ratings are going up for CBS, especially CBS Evening News under Barry Weiss. They can't allow the gates to come down and for real people and real opinions and real thoughts that actually make sense to get on this channel.
I'm trying to decide if I agree with you or not, because I'm not 100% sure they don't believe what they're saying.
It's more fun if you don't agree with me, Lauren. Go with that one. I like that one better.
Well, I'm not sure. I agree with you that I think that there's certainly enough malice in these people that they certainly might not believe it. But I can't say that they're not brainwashed enough to actually believe it either. I do agree with you, however, that what they're doing is not really addressing what happened. They are doing sort of a pantomime classroom case of how they would argue based on which side they're taking, either for the prosecution or the defense. I think when you're dealing with something like this, though, we've talked about how the mainstream media, a lot of people tune it out now, and how people in the independent space are getting more traction. I think some of the way that you stop this stuff is through mockery. So I would go back to the original video, the one of the lady saying, yeah, we're CNN, we're okay, thanks for your help. All you need to do is clip that, and then append to the end of it a boo saying, please come again.
Okay, Lauren, let me disagree with you back, and I think we're going to land somewhere very interesting, okay?
Great.
Okay, in my conception of how thoughts work and beliefs work, I think there's layers to this, right? And so we kind of stack belief on top of belief, and you get down to the axiomatic core beliefs, and then you go out from that, right? I actually think that these people are driven crazy, because I agree with you that at some layer, they actually believe this stuff. But I also think that it's in conflict with everything they know below that. Let me give you an example. These people will suggest that they have their truth, and they'll argue for that, right? And they'll say, believe all women, and they'll say, that's her truth, that's my truth, you can't argue with it. They'll say that they don't believe in the truth, but by golly, if they hire somebody to come fix their TV and they can't fix their TV, they get mad about it. Even if the person says, well, my truth is this TV just can't be repaired. They'll be angry about it. There's nobody who hires a roofer, and when the roofer puts an inverted roof that collects water rather than rains it down on the ground, there's nobody who says, well, by golly, I had never thought of that before, but I guess your truth is that's a better roof design. None of these people at the lower levels and the more fundamental levels actually believe this stuff. But they compartmentalize those beliefs, those substrate beliefs, lower, and then they present at the facade level that they really believe it. And maybe in that moment, they can buy into it. But Lauren, here's where it breaks down. If you, Lauren, were to say to them, would you tell your child, and maybe they'll lie to you, fair enough. But if they don't lie to you, consider this. If you were to say to them, would you tell your child when pulled over with officers surrounding the vehicle to push down their right foot? If they're not lying, which is a big deal, I doubt any of them say, yes, I would suggest it.
I wish that I had the faith in human beings that you do, because I understand what you're saying, and I agree it's a concept, but so many of these people are so ensconced in their bubble that they have no common sense whatsoever. There is a subset of people that believe that the police are just a roving pack of murderers looking for prey. And I don't believe they have that core axiomatic belief that, generally speaking, law enforcement is good and there's a few that are just bad apples, but I'm presenting a belief this way. I think there's some people that truly believe that they are just sanctioned death squads.
Brought to you by CNN.
Yeah, I think I think that we have people that are living in such rarefied air that no oxygen is actually getting to their brains. And that's sort of what we're having to deal with now as a society, is that we have some true idiots in positions where they can really hurt the rest of us an awful lot.
Yeah. CNN really, I think, if you're watching them, unless you're there to watch Scott Jennings just, drive the ratings up, I don't know what you're doing unless you just want to have a skewed version of reality. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go to Fox News and that makes everything accurate either. But I think there's like a purposeful intent to mobilize. What would we say here? Mobilize.
It's malicious misinformation.
Malicious information. That's a good way of saying it. Mobilize stupidity. Mobilized stupidity.
It's becoming dangerous, like really dangerous. And it's hurting people who are on both sides. Like, if we're being completely honest, it's really hurting people on both sides. Yes, you have the paid agitators who show up. You also have those who might show up who are not paid, who really don't know what they're doing, who haven't been given any warning, and who are putting themselves in harm's way because they feel like they've been inspired to. Maybe some of those people legitimately believe, for whatever reason, that they are doing the right thing by interfering with law enforcement, which is bizarro world, but that's what some people are out there doing. I also have friends who are in the podcasting world who have been attacked, literally physically attacked, like Fake Wizard said. One of my friends who was attacked, he filmed it and he got on international news because of the attack itself, but I'm sure he didn't want that. That's not the point. It's becoming, the problem I have with it is it's becoming dangerous. I always say the C stands for created, right? The created news network, because they're deciding what, somebody somewhere is deciding what they want the narrative to be.
Right. It's often not that they're covering the news. It's that they're generating the news. Sometimes they're creating the news. Yeah.
And we cover entertainment. That's a form of entertainment. They're putting it out there. It changed because of the 24-hour news cycle many years ago, and it's just gotten worse and worse progressively along the way. But the biggest problem I have is that it's dangerous. It's dangerous to society, and that's why I never, for the most part, no matter who is the current president of the United States, that person isn't really necessarily that divisive, but the media deciding what narrative they want to take can be extremely divisive to our society. And I think I said on X the other day, I'm like, the reality that each one of us live in day to day, like going to the grocery store and back or whatever, it's not the reality that we necessarily see in the media or on social media or whatever. Obviously, we know news has to cover things that we're not seeing in our day-to-day lives to be interesting. If they just covered, hey, your grandma went to the grocery store and had a good trip, that wouldn't sell. But here we are. They're creating things, making huge mountains out of molehills.
Well, making tons of money.
We see it in this example where the lady comes up, and because she's on because CNN is on her right side or whatever, they're in that bubble together, right? They live in that space together. CNN's like, no, it's okay. We're CNN. We're with you, baby.
Lauren, you hop in, and then I've got a question for Culture and Real Life Wizard to wrap this up. Go ahead.
I just wanted to suggest, based on Ron's commentary there, can we actually finance and shoot a sitcom called Grandma Has a Good Trip?
All right, let's play the clip one more time. Lord, I'm worried about what you might come up with that. I need to keep you away from Steve from Floral from Under Rock. Culture, Wiz, you both are sages. I know that because you have long beards. One real, one dubious. I want to play the clip again, and then I just want to ask you, so Lauren and I disagree. I think these people know their line somewhere deep down in their substrata of mental capacity, and Lord thinks they're corrupt straight down to the core. I'm going to play the clip again, and then I want to give you both a chance to respond. Which side are you on? Do they know it? Do they just not want to show it? Or are these people true believer cultists straight down to the axiomatic bottom of where it might go? Here's the clip one more time.
Smaller crowd. This is controlled. The scene spans several blocks. We are here at Portland Avenue and East 35th, but it goes at least 2 or 3 blocks.
Who are you? Who do you work
thank
for?
you.
Who do
Hold
you
on.
work
I'm
for?
sorry. We're with CNN. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry. I think people are getting upset.
Thank you for your help. I'm still hung up on that. Look, and look, it doesn't have to be one or the other, Pro. And I'm not sure if Fake Wizard agrees, but it could be both. I believe they're corrupt down to their soul, and they're selling the lies that they're being told to sell. I think both of those things are true at the same time, and there's many opportunities where both things are true at the same time. This is one of them. They haven't been telling the truth for, I don't know, a decade, maybe 15 years. And here's the thing. You notice that the network anchors that are removed from their positions, you remember their stories. Brian Williams, Scott Jennings, the guys that disappear from anchor jobs because of their faulty and fictitious reporting. Dan Rather is another example. When you look at the fact that they had to concoct evidence to come up with something, so ridiculous that they would get noticed and bring up their ratings, oftentimes associated with a contract renewal, that it kind of is easy to expose. Well, with CNN, they don't get rid of people who are caught up in these instances for a long time. Don Lemonhead took forever to get rid of, and everybody knew what he was doing, and everybody knew he was lying. And again, that's just, we just went through an entire decade of what I would call a post-truth reality that we've been in now for, again, I'm going to suggest 15, maybe 20 years. There was an entire presidential administration based on a lie of hope, which is the biggest lie that's ever sold. When somebody starts talking to you about hope, they don't have anything to actually sell you. They don't have any actual ideas. Hope and change. No, you're going to hope you have some change left in your pocket after the next 2 decades. Right. That's where I'm at. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
Wiz, what say you?
I think I could tie this one together. I think it's a combination of both angles. Yeah. I think they know that to some extent they're lying, but at the same time, they're so bought into their belief system and they think that they're right, that they're almost emboldened to lie when it's necessary to
ego above objectivity.
Absolutely. And also I would also throw out an idea here, and this is kind of speculation, but if that sturdy woman, as I think you put it, is there to run defense for perhaps CNN, right? I think it's because of two real reasons. One, the CBS cop-out that we recently got where they said we're going to be covering things as, by the book, everybody, wink. And also the fact that Nick Shirley just busted everything going on in Minneapolis. So I think it's a combination of both of that. And I said at the beginning of the segment, there are lots and lots of YouTubers now, independent journalists. CNN hates losing that market share as well. So I think the sturdy women of these groups are making sure that CBS can't be covering it and independent journalists can't be covering it, but they absolutely have bought into their own game.
It's just the fridge protecting the snacks.
Wow, that's well said. And folks, I just want you all to know, I cannot take credit. This man has been grinning like an opossum. Oh, it's silent, but we'll put it in there. Lauren, you came up with the term sturdy woman, and I just want people to know that.
They have good hunches.
And put another one in the can, folks. A video of excellence has been birthed into existence, and you were there to witness it. Thank you for participating. We hope you had a good time. Folks, it's a great time anytime we get to share time with you, and we mean it. The only thing additional we ask, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, if you would be so kind, perhaps share this out on your favorite social media platforms. Folks, we've got all kinds of content coming your way. If you are interested in going even beyond all of that, well, there's a Pro Store, and you can always find those items directly below the video you're watching. The Pro Store, it's a cool place to check out for items that, well, definitely Disney and the rest are not going to sell you, but we're happy to do so. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.